Okay, are we like, so you've put we put the thingy card on. Have you put a card on?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Oh, I see it, we're live, this is exciting. Exciting.
Yeah, you haven't played for a minute.
No, not played for a while. Been replaying Dark Descent.
Yeah, you haven't played for a minute.
And enjoying it, goddammit. Been replaying Dark Descent.
Okay. I am a little loud. I'm gonna bring myself down. Down. Testing. Okay, I think that should be good.
I was gonna make a mean comment to bring you down, but I couldn't think of anything fast enough. I bring you down, not thinking.
Aaron loves to bring me down.
You requested it.
Testing. Okay.
Do all the sherry bullshit. You know, I can't even remember what the planet's called in this game.
LV something.
895?
Right?
I can't remember.
Or is that Dark Descent? Never keep track of all these planets.
Let's have a look. 895, you're spot on.
Hmm?
Welcome, Joe. Sarah as well. And Caleb.
Oh, snap. Oh, welcome, everybody. We already got a few regulars in here. Thank you for joining us.
Always appreciated. Oh my god, my brain's not on it. I just wrote the hashtag aliens elite. Could be you and Eric carrying this one, I'm afraid.
I wish there was a way I could make chat appear just on my normal screen while I'm playing. I think there must be. Is it like
show on the,
overlay?
You can add it to the stream. I think. Joe says, I'll be painting up some Resident Evil zombies while watching you guys.
Nice,
Looking forward
nice.
to the delivery of the Resident Evil 1 board game.
That will be
I was supposed
cool.
to play that with one of the Resident Evil board games with Chris, but
Layout editor. I'll have to figure this out later on a test stream. I'll just have to look at my phone for now.
You not got your other monitor up?
Nope.
Oh, Adam, that's a rookie move.
Well, see, I tried a dual monitor setup, but it was weird having one monitor in 2K and one monitor in 1080p.
No, he's such a snob.
I know. I'm sorry.
Replay Dark Descent. Who's that?
That's my phone. Sorry. Whoops. Whoopsie.
Alright. How long did Eric say it was going to be?
You got me, man. I only work here.
That was a very funny reference.
Hola.
There he is.
So, am I loud enough for you, Aaron? Because Ridge
Yeah,
said
you're fine.
Yeah, it wasn't. Okay, good.
I mean, you're a little bit quieter, but you're fine.
No. Okay, what's up?
I'm hearing a bit of feedback there as well.
Well, the TV's on in the background, but...
No, I meant me. I could hear me.
Oh. Well, I got headphones on, so it's not hearing you. I don't know how. Right. Are there any options I need to? Right. I've not. Oh, noise suppression. Do I need to take that off or?
That's probably good to have on. If you just go to your Windows sound settings, so the little sound icon on the bottom right corner, right click that, and then check your microphone input level. That's what I had to do because mine was a bit low as well.
Well, how's that? 1, 2, 3. No.
A little bit louder. What's it on now?
1, 2, 3. A, B, C. I'll put it up to 30.
Oh, it should be higher than
That's
that.
not-
Like mine's
Yeah,
77.
I mean, well, it was at 0 because I think it was 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
that's a little loud. Maybe like 40 or 50. I don't know.
40. 1, 2,
Okay, that's
3,
good. That's
A,
good.
B.
That's good.
Okay.
It's more annoying hearing our voices.
Yeah, I'm not
Fair.
sure why there's an echo coming from your end, Eric.
I'll put it down.
Turn the volume down. It might be.
Well, this is it. I've got headphones. The microphone is not picking up anything because they're sealed. So I don't know how it's giving.
Eh,
I'm assuming that's a Discord thing.
we'll just have to roll with it.
Hello, Ezra.
Is there a way? Video codec, hardware acceleration. I don't know when anything on Discord should be doing
Are these your normal headphones?
that. Yeah. I mean, they're not the earphones I use for the broadcasts we do. But I can change it to that, but that means the television is not going to be on for the person who's using it. If this is too bad, I'll change it over to that.
I think
This
if you
is
just
annoying.
turn it down a little,
On your volume.
yeah, without changing the microphone input, because it's probably just picking it up from your headphones.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be. There's no way for it to do that.
It's picking up from somewhere.
I'll put it back down again. This is at 0, so this is what it was before. Blah blah blah.
Hello.
Blah, blah.
Hello. 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 Can I still hear me? A little bit, yeah. I'm friggin'. Is
I'll-
it doing that?
I have no. I'm gonna switch over to the other
headphones.
yeah, the person who's using the television will have this idiot.
Sorry, bear with us, folks, as we get this prepped. But yes, we are back on Aliens Fireteam Elite. Just invited you, Aaron.
Hang on. I still need to share it. I got distracted.
Back in the good old hangar of the Endeavor. I was about to say the Dark Descent ship. I'm all confused.
Yeah. We're really struggling. Like I said before we started, I've been replaying it. The Dark Descent. I fucking love that game so much.
The
I need to sit
Otago,
down and
that's that one.
I need to sit down and write the review of it because I love that game.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
it's
do.
brilliant.
Yeah, we've been slagging on that.
No, it's just depression.
Oh.
Lack of enthusiasm. Well, they're sharing it to their group because they never let me.
Where?
Okay, so I guess we're not getting any story DLC in August then.
Probably
Yeah,
not. I mean, I would imagine.
Horizon, it was to give Dead by Daylight its time in the spotlight, weren't you?
Well, both that and Dark Descent. So
Dark
yeah,
Descent's 2 months now. At this point?
I would imagine if we see an announcement for new content for this game, it'll be sometime like fall. I don't know if they do another December release or if it would be like hopefully around Halloween. That would be cool. I mean, we do know they're busy, but on what we don't. Maybe
I
it's
think
maybe it'll be like Overwatch, where it's like Fireteam Elite 2, but in the same game. That would be awesome.
Do. How's it now?
Testing 1, 2,
sound
3.
a lot better.
Yeah. This is how I am on the usual thing.
Well, it
so-
wasn't so much your audio quality.
It was
No, I
just
know, but are you picking up yourself now? You shouldn't be.
testing,
Test.
testing. We are picking up some TV background noise, but
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
off
that
now.
can't be avoided.
You're fine.
Okay.
Everyone's
I
fine.
just accidentally loaded up Dark Descent instead of Fireteam
Yeah.
Elite.
You
That's
are a
still the right
little
game.
loud now, Eric. So let me turn you down.
Damn it!
He can't be fucking pleased, can he?
There's like
I'm not
kitchen
there,
noises
so
going
no,
on.
no,
Ah.
Yeah, that's cutlery.
Okay,
Alrighty.
what you're referring to there? Get review bombed for cutting half the features they originally announced.
I have sent you both an invite.
Mitch is joining us as well. Hurrah, nerds.
Mitch,
Hello.
welcome.
Oh, and somebody was out. I've scrolled down because it's on my teeny monitor. Somebody else was saying about being concerned about NECA not doing anything.
Well, might as well get that concern done and over with, because I think that's the case. I mean, the last few shows that they've done, like Comic-Con and stuff, they just haven't shown off anything that's coming, which used to be something they would do all the time. So I think it's almost a certainty that Feral will be their last Alien or Predator release. Which
that's
is
the Scuttlebug as well.
yeah, which is, I think it's fine. I mean, they've been doing it since 2007. Like, they've had the license forever. I'm tempted to say give someone else a try. For a while, I was thinking McFarlane should, but I don't know. They relaunched their Movie Maniacs line, and it's just been like bizarre, man. Like, it's like we're doing Jumanji, and they just don't look very good. And it's tough for me because I love like the history of McFarlane toys, and they genuinely have some good releases, even more recent times, like the Titanfall 2 figures. I thought they did a really good job on.
I
But
can't see you online, by the way.
oh, am I appearing offline? 1 second.
I had a look at the Avatar figures they did, and I didn't like the looks of them.
You still should be able to join me. Okay.
I've seen it.
Invite.
Joining game.
My copy crashed as soon as it opened up.
How are you always the one that has problems?
I know. I literally had Steam verify all the files before I came on here. So
Although Sizzy disagrees with me, she says their Avatar stuff was way good.
Yeah,
I didn't like them.
Sizzy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I thought the robots they did were good, and I got one of their Banshees, and I thought it was fine. So they are very hit and miss. There are some releases they've done recently that have just been like head scratching, like the Movie Maniacs especially. I'm like, okay, you do realize like the history of Movie Maniacs, right? Like, you guys, like, this is how you guys got big, and now you're doing like Bugs Bunny and shit. Like, what is going on here? So yeah,
not a big fan of Bugs Bunny.
I'm fine with Bugs Bunny, man. I just don't know if he fits with the Movie Maniacs line.
Paul X wants to know, have these guys played before?
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Well, we
just
haven't
a
even
few guys.
started yet, but
Yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting for
Not today. We haven't,
Mr.
but-
PC Crashes to come join.
these guys know you're not just supposed to aimlessly wander around the hangar.
Joe says, I always wish I could have gotten a hold of their AVP Microman figures.
Okay, now we're all together.
Joe, what you talking about there? Do you mean the Wave 2, the little dioramas?
So I don't know if you guys want to look at the opportunities. I think I will do. Well, I already am Demolisher, so I think I will do that.
Refreshing my mind as to the controls.
Appreciate you lurking anyway, Sizzy.
I'm just gonna stick with.
I think we can pretty much do whatever we want, but let's get some missions done.
Yeah.
I'm feeling some Hive. Let's do some Hive
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's do some memory way to be sure.
What's Hive? I've forgotten.
That's the last campaign
as
in
in
the main game.
as in the scenery, I think is more.
Oh, that's the campaign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Right. Okay, select it. I'll have to figure out what loadout to do.
I mean, we could both be Demolisher. That's one of the challenges.
You only, what you put it on as intense.
Oh,
I
that's
mean-
the very last mission, isn't it?
The very last campaign.
Oh god.
I feel like you haven't played this for a little bit. Eric.
No. Yeah. What's the Vajra? Is that the grenade? Isn't it?
Anybody got any just like extra money cards?
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Where was it? Bonus situation.
That sounds
There you go.
good.
Let's have some $3.
Yeah. It's all coming back to me.
I want to talk about the bonus situation.
Must we?
You know what alien
Are you
game?
satisfied with your lot in life, Ad?
No, never. You know what alien game I want to know about though is the Servios one.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with
Yeah.
that?
It got cancelled when that guy got COVID.
They were just like, we were about to show it off, but never mind. We're just not making the game anymore.
That's
was it
literally the
called?
last of it we heard. Well, we don't know. It was
Yeah.
the one from Servios. They were doing a VR alien game. There was,
Oh, yeah, vaguely remember.
they were supposed to drop some details at was it New York Comic Con last year, Adam?
No, San Diego Comic Con, the one I was
San
at.
Diego Comic Con. And then yeah, the guy who was doing it got COVID and cancelled, and we've never heard anything about it since.
Jaya Soames, welcome to the stream.
Casper Swagyu says tech is very nice in this mission. Yeah, I always compliment the level artists for this game. I think they did a great job on a lot of the environments.
Yep, and you can see a lot of their work now shown off on
ArtStation.
ArtStation. Yeah, so if you just search Aliens Fireteam Elite on ArtStation, you can look at a lot of these assets up close.
I think we're all just rocking in with the heavy weaponry, aren't we?
Yeah, I just remembered. I have memories of things going bad in this one.
Well, I mean, that's a possibility in any of the bloody missions.
Because I haven't played it for a while, so I just went for the loadout I've nicknamed Paveway and hope for the best.
What's that a reference to?
I think it's the explodey nature of the grenades and stuff, and the because it's Lancer, so you have that sort of energy weapon thing going on.
No, but paveway.
Like demolish things.
Pave the way.
Yeah, like the laser guided bomb Paveway.
Oh, and you, Eric. There you go.
I'm not using my smart gun nearly
Look
enough.
at that guy.
Yeah, I love how they added the gun won't fire unless it's tracking something now. Because then you don't
No,
waste
that's-
ammo.
Yeah, that's interesting. Nomad says, back to the NECA talk. I find it hard for anyone besides NECA to make Predator figures. Not that I don't want anybody else. Don't want anybody else to have the chance to make them, but I can
Well,
see NECA making them.
So, Aaron, I know what. Well, I'm suspecting what you're about to say. That you got the
you know
Mezco
what.
one,
Yeah,
and it
it's
was
one of the
awesome. But
best fucking Predator figures I've got.
I mean, that is more of a premium price point. But I think sometimes I find myself stuck in the whole like NECA's earlier pricing. Because I'm like,
NECA's
NECA's got
too
the
expensive
$20
for what it is.
thing locked down, but then I go to the store and it's like, it's $50 now for like a Fireteam Elite figure, and I'm like, what? When did this happen? Like, this is insane. So
I still remember going to the local comic book shop and spending 15 quid on them when Predators was coming out.
yeah, so it seems like the pricing for everything has just gone up. I do want more premium figures in the $100 range, I guess, that like explore. See, that was NECA's biggest strength, right? They explored every part of the fandom in EU, like comics, video games, things like that. So you do wonder if any other company could really just do the amount they were doing.
A lot of it was reused stuff, though, remember? So they were very practical about what they were doing.
Yeah, there was excessive retooling and re-releases. And let's not forget, NECA had their problems, man. I never liked their attitude on social media, for one.
Well,
they had a lot of...
Randy had problems.
True, but it went to the whole thing of they were unwilling to listen to feedback or criticism about their quality assurance issues. A lot of people had problems with breakage, shoddy paint jobs. Like, NECA wasn't perfect. Yes, they did some awesome figures. Like, I have some NECA figures on display, and I love the Fireteam Elite ones. Like, I feel like some of the last figures they did were some of the best they've ever done. Like, I think their Fireteam Elite figures were outstanding. So it is a shame they're kind of ending now.
Did get better. You know, that was something a lot of people did comment on about, like, you know, the Fireteam wave.
Shit, sorry. I shot somebody.
I need that bloody ammo crate.
Yeah, let's keep moving. There should be one up here.
Lunatic Butcher says we never got the hybrid that they've been saying they were going to give us. Yeah, they were going to do a new chat, weren't they?
Yep, and they were going to do a new wolf, I think, too. I think they still have been... At least there's plans to re-release some of their older stuff, but it's just the exact same things. So, yeah. It'll be interesting, though, next year. I mean, there's a big Alien movie. We don't know if the series will come out next year or the following year.
Somebody commented, I can't remember who it was, but somebody asked, what about Hire?
Well,
they also lost the license.
I think so. Because Haya used to send us stuff for reviews, and then they just kind of suddenly stopped. And we haven't heard anything about upcoming releases from them. And they were... Shit, I'm completely out of ammo. I need to...
Yeah, me too.
There's some up here at top. Damn it. Man, we are a little rusty, aren't we? I'm probably going to die here.
I am 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, where? No, damn it. I'm coming up to you, I need ammo.
Ah, man.
And if I do abandon mission, that just means I'm out of the session.
No, you can't.
What?
I can't remember. Did we spawn people back in?
I can do spectate or abandon mission. I don't.
Man, I am so rusty in this game. Oh my god.
To be fair, I think we're about to get.
Yeah.
Oh, that's out of ammo. That's out of ammo. Oh, I've already got the stupid pistol. I'm down. Oh my life, that went very poorly.
Everyone's gonna die except Adam.
Let's have a look over the comments. Sorry, Nomad was just saying it's just the price of inflation.
There you go.
Warm up round.
Nathan Williams says, I like that NECA did the Dark Horse stuff. Yeah, for sure. It says NECA really has up to their QC issues. It just sucks that they did it as they stopped making aliens.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I'm still looking forward to their feral figure. I'm gonna get him. I'll probably get the Hot Toys one as well because that looks awesome.
Nathan also says Randy was confrontational. Yes, he very much was.
And I didn't consider myself particularly, like, you know, an ass to him. I was just like, hey, people are saying this, like maybe like you should listen instead of just like sniping back at them, and that was it. That was it for our relations.
You're not allowed to be critical.
Hicks, we need to return.
Yeah, I'm
to
coming.
the
I'm coming. I'm
cave.
coming.
Is
Not
that a
you,
dog?
just saying
Is that a
you were-
dog lapping
yeah,
water?
Yeah, my dog's drinking her water.
No, that was me having a drink.
Okay, let's do a.
Should we do that on normal, Adam?
Okay, yeah, I guess
Oh,
we
wait,
do
what
need
the hell was
to.
that then? Advanced?
No, that was intense.
Yeah.
So we'll do standard. We'll now we don't have to worry about friendly fire. We will
I like
warm
that.
ourselves back up into this game, I guess, because it has been a while since I've played it.
I had no idea what one of my abilities even did because I didn't have a time to.
Nomad Clan says that was me with Ilphonic's relationship. I always did like those guys. I mean, they were always nice to us, but yeah, it was on some level with them. It was like, okay, what's happening with this game? Can we just get some communication, please? And I know their hands were kind of tied with licensing and the lawsuit and everything like that, and it sucks because that happened to them twice with Friday the 13th. Let's do Only Way to Be Sure. I don't want to fight any more androids.
You just. What is this? The first
Or-
campaign?
or-
Just
sorry,
skip into the
search.
second one.
Yeah, let's just do search.
Yes, just skip to the second one. Okay. Lunatic says, so did NECA lose the license? We don't know.
But we're 99% certain that they did.
Yeah, that is the scuttlebutt.
All right, somebody get us some. Yeah, that's good.
Not money, but it's an
Right,
act.
who's gonna be what? We need
It don't matter. We're only on normal. It's only arcade.
I'm gonna grab some G Fuel. Be back.
I can hand out ammunition this way.
Oh, you go and recon anyway. Okay.
Only way to be sure. What was?
Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum. So you still
Was this
got a
the
good
Is this the first mission of that campaign?
second mission of that campaign.
Okay. It's not where we're just swarmed with robots then. Okay.
Lunatic says, love them Sunday streams, by the way. Keep it up, homies. Yeah, we haven't really done them the last couple of months. But we'll be getting back on it. Joe
There's no
says, I'm
music
excited.
through this part.
Nah, Joe says, I'm
Excited
excited
for-
about Prey finally coming to physical media. Yes!
Yes.
Me too.
Ready for a miracle.
I'm ready for the international announcement. Just
Everybody
so I
who's been hanging on to their Disney subscription.
I'm back
for that reason.
right on time.
Well, I mean, I personally use my Disney for more.
Oh,
more
I
than-
do too. I do too. But you know, there are some people who just do it for Mandalorian or just do it for certain things.
Yeah, I mean that is big. Like people didn't expect Star Wars series to ever get released on physical media. And now with Prey, like if that does well, if these series do well, maybe we'll see more streaming services decide to do that.
I'm sure there's going to be licensing rubbish involved as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if Disney hang on to the Star Wars stuff with a very tight grip. Because I mean, people are already going on about streaming, the unviability of the model.
Yeah, I mean at the same time, physical media isn't what it was in terms of just popularity, unfortunately. But you still have a lot of dedicated people that will purchase that stuff. I mean, the Prey Steelbook is sold out, you know, so that shows its demand.
Oh, it
There's still
has?
demand there.
On the on the Best Buy website.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair. I
But
just hope the features end up being good.
And you guys,
Lunatic says I kind of want an AVP Extinction remaster. Yeah.
Night Dive, do it, and do Alien Trilogy and Resurrection while you're at it. Their remasters have been so good. Like, I've been playing through the new Quake 2 remaster re-release, and it's
I need
like
to get that.
one of the best. If you already have it on Steam, you get it for free, and it's one of the best remasters of all time. Like, it's insanely good. And they did Quake 1 either last year or the year before, I believe. And so I'm hoping they're going to do Quake 3 next, because that was, like, that one was my jam. That was the one that kind of got me into PC shooters in the first place.
Quake 2 was the first game I ever completed. But other than Rugrats, the game, should I say.
Alright, if we're talking like the oldest games we can remember being into, here's a few. And if any of you in chat have ever played these, you will have my respect. I remember playing this like educational game called Treasure Cove on my dad's laptop. That was one. There was
I can beat you.
There's
Mavis
another
Beacon
one.
teaches typing.
Well, you're a little older than me, so.
A little.
And there's what's another one? Tunnels of Armageddon. There's one called.
Doing Frogger in CGA graphics.
There was one called Terminal Velocity. That was by 3D Realms, I think.
I remember that one. That was a class. That's still available on Good Old Games.
Yeah. The original Descent.
Decent.
That was a big one for me when I was young. Once we got to PlayStation, like Treasures of the Deep was one of my favorite games. It was like a submarine action game.
Never heard of these, Adam.
Treasures of the Deep was so good. And that was by, the score for that was by Tommy Tallarico, who's done like the Video Games Live orchestra performances for a long time. Like he's been in charge of that. So if you go back and listen to that score for Treasures of the Deep, like for a video game score, it was just awesome.
Mitch says the Alien Trilogy menu music lives rent-free in his head.
Yeah, that was also classic.
Man, I revisit the Alien Trilogy soundtrack quite regularly.
Yeah, if we ever meet up with Disney licensing, we're like, Alien Trilogy soundtrack on vinyl, please.
Oh, God. Of course, vinyl snob.
Good lord.
Come on, you heard
waiting
him
for-
talk earlier.
I'm still waiting for Prey to bring out a CD, audio CD of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And they've done vinyl.
They did,
bootlegs.
yeah.
I don't think you're ever going to get a CD release.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If they did vinyl, why not CD?
Yeah,
You'd
because
think
it's-
they'd do
it's-
The
CD.
vinyl, believe it or not, the vinyl market is bigger than the CD market now.
I'm sure, but still, you'd think if they do one, they should have already done the
I
other.
don't know, at this point it's like doing it on cassette tape, mate.
Hey, that's actually making a comeback too.
That is
The
actually,
cassette market is bigger than the CD market at this point. It is weird. Like, I never would have thought that.
Everything old is new again.
It's because we're just surrounded by digital everything, so people long for the analog days now. Those that never had it are just fascinated by it, and those that did have it, the world is such shit now that they they want it back.
As you can do. Oh god. I am.
Joe says he still loves... Look, don't get me wrong, I would buy it on CD if it came out, but I know realistically that ain't fucking happening.
Yeah. I mean, you still do get some CD releases, and yeah, I still have CD
Yeah, I
releases.
suppose La La Land do some, don't they? Didn't they do... Was it the Alien 3 Deluxe Edition?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I want to say recently, but it was probably like 4 years ago or something.
Calum says the analog alien future is slowly becoming reality. Yeah, it wasn't because that was the tech. It was just everyone got too nostalgic about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love my clacky clack keyboards.
They are a thing.
Sarah says she still uses CDs too.
Oh shit, Prowler here. Speaking of Prowler, I pre-ordered the Prime 1 statue for the Prowler. It's the only premium collectible that this game has gotten, and I didn't have as much expendable money as I expected to around this time, so I switched to a payment plan. So I should be getting it around November time. But I'm still very much looking forward to it. I'll be taking some photos of that bad
Prime
boy.
stuff looks fucking gorgeous.
And that's honestly one of the cheaper ones. I'm hoping they do what they've done with the Jurassic collectibles, because they have some Jurassic collectibles that are a bit smaller, that are more in the $100 range, but they're still like really well detailed. So if they did that with Alien and Predator, I think that'd be cool. Like their statues for the AVP hunting preds are just like ridiculous. Like they're like third scale, and they're just insane.
Got one in the eye, this one.
I would love to own one of the Prime 1 ones.
Is
No
this
idea
just
what.
on my system, or is it showing? Oh, it's disappeared. There's an alien, it just wouldn't die.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
vanished.
that be one of them old school bugs.
Caleb
Yeah.
says, damn, how many mortgages did you have to take out?
It wasn't that bad. I mean, compared to some of their other stuff, like the AVP Preds, that's a bit much for me. But the Prowler was like, what, 600 or 700, something like that. I mean, it's the shipping from Japan that kind of gets you too. But honestly, it's not any worse than the shipping in the UK, and sometimes it's a little better.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, that's... Yeah, I've been listening to like some of the movie collectors and listening to them talk about like props and stuff like that, and I'm like, holy shit, the amount of money they're spending
Oh yeah.
on the simplest of...
Yeah, even what we spent on just a script and a picture book, it's like we spent way too much money on this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember picking up pieces of production used concept art for Aliens for like 30 quid. You know, about 10 years ago.
Can we talk about
quid.
that? The script that you got?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, are you gonna like? Are we releasing that for the 20th anniversary next year?
Yes.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna scan it in to release for the 20th.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Aaron picked up from Prop Store the OG shooting script for or not shooting script,
No.
the first draft for AVP, which has never been publicly released before, and we will be releasing it for the 20th anniversary of the movie next year.
Still waiting for that second draft of the Briggs one.
Yeah, well,
Never
we need
come out.
we need to source a Amstrad for Peter. And
Yes.
he needs to find the hard drive.
Yes. It's a bit tricksy.
But it's not worth sourcing the Amstrad for him if he can't find the hard drive.
That's true.
Caleb says, "Noise, is that the one that's meant to be a bit more R-rated?" Well, Caleb, we've got one on the website already that is not the first draft. It's a lot closer to the finished version, but it's a lot more R-rated at that point. Anyway, but no, it was the first draft. I don't really want to say too much about it. I don't want to spoil too much about it just yet, but. Yeah, my intent going forward is to try and get more of these scripts to release, because nothing pisses me off more than the collectors who keep it hidden away in some fucking dusty cupboard somewhere and not sharing it with the movie fans. And you all know how much I love my movie archaeology anyway.
Yeah. And I also
But yeah.
spent too much money on AVPR. It's like a location scouting book, and
It was a concept art book.
well, there's two books,
Okay.
and it goes through a few different things. It has concept arts, it has location scouting, it has character designs, and some of the stuff in there has never been seen before as well. It's just kind of big, so my scanner, like, it's too big for my scanner, so I'm trying to find a book scanning place around here that can just scan it for me. I was going to check with my university and see if their printing lab could do it, but...
Oh, I need to release that Prey script as well. I've got a Prey script.
Yeah, we got to get on that already. Like, the...
I've got it written up and ready to go. I just wanted to read it over again to pick out some of
Any
the salient
interesting
points.
things? Which
Oh,
they
Well,
Mitch flatters and says we We don't deserve you guys, so thank you
Well,
much.
thank you. It's a shooting script, so it's fairly
Similar.
similar to the finished thing. But no, I mean, there's differences. There's different opening, some different relationship stuff. It's got the stuff with the chief that was cut from the finished film. To be fair, is it bank holiday on? Is it just for the UK's bank holiday, or do you guys, the Americans, have bank holiday on Monday as well?
Yeah, we do the bank holiday on Monday.
Okay, well, I'll release it on Tuesday then.
What's the holiday? Labor Day? Or
I don't
no,
know, it's just-
you guys don't do Labor Day.
No, we just have. I think it's like the first and last Monday of August. We have as bank holidays.
Oh,
No
we
idea
don't do that. We
We
don't.
just have some other random holiday. On
Well,
Monday.
no, I mean like if there's a holiday that lands on a weekend, like government and banks will just observe it on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What? You guys have like a regular reoccurring holiday or whatever?
So like I said, the first and last Monday of August.
Yeah,
No. Of bank holidays.
No, we a bit more capitalist than that, man. We don't give our
Living the
workers,
American dream.
yeah, we don't give our workers as much vacation time as y'all do.
Yeah, Joe says, as a banker, I'm finally loving bank holidays.
Yeah, everyone else hates them. Everyone else is like, we have to work.
I fucking love them. Not over here. Bank holidays count as holidays. Fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I always
every-
remember them
everybody-
here because when you're a kid, they put fun things on TV, but that was in the pre-streaming era. So
Yeah, I need to go to.
TV's still a thing, so you're fine.
I need to go to UK again. I do love me a
it was
UK
always
visit.
James Bond on ITV. They always used to put a James Bond film on a bank holiday.
Oh, guess what? I finally finished, Adam.
What?
I finally finished Enemy of My Enemy.
Nice. What are your thoughts? Or are we saving that for the review? You're gonna keep everybody in suspense.
No, it was okay.
Well, okay is pretty good for how Titan's been doing recently, honestly.
It was
Lunacy.
okay. That's the big.
Lunatic
I
says
need
how
to,
we know if Pred Alien shows up in that script, so I assume you mean the first one. I can't remember. I've not read it yet because I only had a skim read through it. I'll read it when I scan it. But I'll get it out while we're on the stream and have a look at the end of it. I'm sure he gets chest burst. It still gets infected and everything. Might even be the draft with 2 of them in, because if anybody's read the book, the novel, there's 2 predators that get chest bursted in it. There might be in this draft. But yeah, I mean, Enemy was okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like Colony War. But
That's our glowing view. It wasn't terrible.
There were a lot of things that could have been better in it. I mean, it probably didn't help that just before reading it, I'd revisited Phalanx, which is one of the best Alien novels. Top 5 Alien novels. And then going straight into it.
Shooting
Although I've
by
really
numbers.
been enjoying Marvel stuff. You know, I think the Preserve was brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The new Alien run, Thor, has been great as well.
Yeah, we just barely reviewed the new Predator 1, and I haven't gotten too far into Thaw, but I like the art style, and I like the whole ice planet vibe. It's kind of cool.
Mhm.
So, yeah, Marvel is on the upswing after a bit of a rocky start.
And we're keeping the writer of Thor onto the next run, which is nice. Lunatic says 2 Pred aliens in the novel. Yes, the novel of the movie of AVP. I'm fairly sure there's 2 in there.
Adam,
Yeah.
do you want to first aid yourself here? Because there's some kits available.
Sure.
Mitch is agreeing. He loved Thor as well.
We
Quite like the art style, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Sarah says I'm disappointed that the Bishop novel has been delayed.
Oh, has it? Until when?
I think it's November now, isn't
Okay,
it?
still
I
this
don't.
year.
I
then.
don't remember when it was delayed, but
Yeah, it's been.
I'm still in 2 minds about that one.
I think
I
it's going
love
to be
the
just
idea
as
of
bad as
revisiting-
Vasquez.
I hope not. I love the idea of revisiting Michael Bishop and Bishop, but it's the Apone stuff that I'm just like.
The Bishop bunch.
I'm just like, but why? Yeah, Sarah says it's November.
Someone needs to meme that because we have so many iterations of Bishop now, and just do the Brady Bunch music with it.
Sarah, maybe you should join us for that one since you joined us for Vasquez, and hopefully we'll be less disappointed this time.
Lunatic says, Manuel got me intrigued in the novel. I'm gonna have to pick up a copy off eBay after the stream. Yeah, I don't think that's one that'll run you much. I know the Predator 2 one's probably the most expensive, but I'm fairly sure the AVP novel is still quite easily. Oh shit. We've got some more. It's still fairly easy to get hold of.
Yeah, if nothing else, Dark Descent improves over this by allowing you to actually pick up sentry guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, both this game and Dark Descent are really heavy on the setting up fortifications, and both games
is
do it
good.
well. I'd say in Dark Descent it's more critical to your survival than it is in this one.
Well, it's less arcadey.
Yeah. I do love both games, though. And I need to play more Dark Descent, and I hope both games get more content. I think there's much more life in this game, even though it's been a while since the last content update.
Oh, we are due that story bloody update.
Yeah.
You guys done innit? We do that story update. Caleb says better to be in 2 minds than 2 pieces like Bishop Egg. Ew. Oh, Caleb, that's fucking awful, mate.
It's beautiful.
Caleb is the best at those.
Ridge, where you going?
Oh, you're right.
Says
I'm
I
just-
have. Oh,
my bad.
It's Black
says-
Hawk Down, but with drop shifts, right?
I
There you
have
go.
0 interest in the movie stuff. Yeah, like I'm not enjoying them revisiting movie characters, but of all the characters, I think Bishop makes the most sense, and Michael Bishop as well.
Yeah, because it's
No.
not the original Bishop. It's,
No,
you can have as many bishops. It's like the Terminator. They knew. Oh, you're gonna get.
yeah, but I mean the Bishop we're getting is our Bishop as well as Michael
Yeah.
Bishop. That still works for me because he is a fucking robot. Just restart him if they're trying to learn,
Yeah.
you know, what he knows. So that works.
I will like the book if Michael Bishop is like, I descended from Charles Bishop Whalen.
That's it. That's the one criteria.
Who is this Peter Whalen guy? He never existed.
Sarah says, for sure, I love Bishop. Just ordered Mockingbird to read which Lance Hendrickson wrote and partly based Bishop on. Oh, was that the comic you were telling us about before, Sarah?
Speaking of vinyls, we still need a vinyl of this game soundtrack because it's great.
Oh, yeah. We've been offered to interview the composer for Dark Descent as well.
Hopefully he'd still be willing. It's been a while. I know you were nervous about it because neither of us are musicians, Aaron, so we're like, how do we interview musicians? But we could always just find someone who is a musician to help us develop the questions.
I was thinking about reaching out to Patrick and seeing if he'd be interested.
Didn't David expressed an interest in musical composers and stuff.
I don't
Italian guy.
remember. I don't. But no, I was thinking of asking Patrick, obviously, because he's a composer. But I think the time zone makes it. Patrick's time zone makes it awkward for me. I don't really know many musicians. I can read sheet music. I used to play it, but I'm not. You know, I'm not very technically minded or knowledgeable about it. Sarah says, no, the comic is the one Lance Hendrickson was involved in creating. He read Mockingjay when he got the part of Bishop. I don't remember this story.
Which one is this?
Is it a book he read to inform his role, Sarah? I can't remember this one at all. Lunatic says, is there any other AVP novels that heavily feature a pred alien that I should know about? I don't think it's in any of the novels other than the movie one, and that's just the chestburster stuff. Oh yeah, there was a pred alien heavily. What's the word I'm thinking of? Adam.
Implied or
implied? That's it. My brain is not playing today. Yeah, wasn't the one by Delilah What's Her Face in Ultimate Prey the pred alien? Or heavily implied that it was supposed to be.
Yeah. You never saw it, but either that or it's just a juvenile queen if you go by that thing. That was a cool story.
Didn't we have this argument when we were walking on?
I think we did. Yeah, because you're like, it's pred alien only. I'm like, nope. Colin said it's what juvenile queens do, so it doesn't have to be. And you're like, that was just director
work. We argue with each other in front of the writers when we're doing consulting. It must be very entertaining for Brian.
Lucy, welcome to the stream. Lucy posted an interesting thread in our forum recently about the best and worst physical media release artwork. Yeah, and there have been some stinkers, that's for sure. But there's also been some really good ones.
Isn't it? The ones with the toys on the cover.
Yeah, they always love to do that. It's like, guys, do you know how many like artists that you wouldn't even have to pay very much that know what they're doing that would kill for something like that? Like, come on. Instead, it's always probably some producers like Nephew or whatever that knows Photoshop.
It's the intern. Remember, it's always the intern. Or the work experience guy.
Lunatic Butcher asks, where can I join the forum? What is this old mystical forum that no longer exists on the internet? Well, thank you for asking. You can join it at avpgalaxy.net. We always love to have new folks join our forum.
Forums.
From the days of your forefathers.
Yeah, message boards are not big on the internet anymore, but we like to keep ours going. Of course, we are on all the major socials for all the new kids as well. Yeah, we get much more engagement on social media than we do on our website, I think.
That's the way of things. Caleb on it as the YouTube moderator with the links.
Oh yes, very nice.
Somebody hire that boy.
Oh dear.
Lucy says, I missed the variety we used to get. What's
With
that in reference
with
to? Sorry, the
artwork, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think Alien Quadrilogy is like the best physical release we've ever gotten. The original DVD. Nothing well, just everything. But yeah, the artwork was great too. But just like continuously folding out that thing. I mean, a lot of custom graphics were created for that release too. Like,
I always liked the Region 2 version better, I'll be honest. I always thought the plain black of the background of the American one was a little bit too boring sometimes.
I just like that like Q logo with the alien head. Like that was good.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Isn't it very...
Man, we actually finished this mission?
Woo! I think so, yeah.
Well, we are only playing it on arcade. Warming up. Sarah says article was on /film. Sorry, Sarah. I think I've missed this. What article? What did you mean? We talked about the bishop.
The Lance Henriksen thing.
Martin K says, I love the Alien Anthology Blu-ray set, but the way the discs are stored is a bit annoying. Well, there's different versions though, isn't there? That's another thing. Like, I think the UK version is a fold-out one, like your old anthology.
You know what doesn't get enough love is the original DVD menus, and they never replicated those. They were really neat. They were specific to each film. I love them.
Yeah.
That's why I've still got those copies. I never watched them.
I've kept my Legacy box set as well. Yeah, I remember because it was like the Hadley's Hope corridor.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it had the 2D map, and yeah, it's beautiful. I was assuming the Blu-ray anthology thing would just use those, and like what it has is great, but it's not as good as those DVD Legacy ones.
I did like the individual. I liked the individual releases for Quadrilogy after, except for Alien 3, because that one just had like the alien from the first movie. I'm like, you guys couldn't just use an image from Alien 3, like.
Well, they've always been shit with that kind of thing. Didn't the Alien Steelbook? I can't remember if it was a Quadrilogy re-release or not, but there was a Steelbook of Aliens, where it used the AVP Alien, which always sort of made me roll my eyes. Kim says, oh yeah, man, I forgot about those. I love the interactive DVD menus. And Lucy says, I would sometimes just put on the DVDs for the various menu ambiances.
Yeah.
And Joe says, I miss good DVD menus. The T2 Artisan DVD had great animated menu.
I guess it's rumored that Aliens will finally be getting a 4K re-release or remaster, because I guess
that was rumored about 2 years ago. There was.
Yeah, but someone on Twitter recently, or X, was saying it comes out next year.
Yeah,
so that would be cool.
It was that knobhead, weren't it?
Hopefully it comes out with The Abyss. Hopefully Cameron knocked both of those out at once. Anybody got any rewards cards? Let's see. Let's see. How about
3 challenge cards are granted?
Okay, how about we do no HUD, and then we get double and a quarter experience and double and a quarter credits.
Hang on, what have I got?
No, not while we're still just. I'll give us the +3.
Okay.
One. Lucy says, "Oh my God, the DVDs constantly use the AVP aliens." Mitch says the AVP alien in a non-AVP art is the worst. Yep, agreed.
Remember how like one of the first shots we saw of Wolf was on a Predator 2 DVD?
On the Predator 2, yes.
It was a
steelbook. It was the same range of those steelbooks that had the AVP alien on it. Lunatic says, I always remembered the menu for the regular Alien 3 DVD, one of my first ever DVDs, actually.
I think the and there have been more Terminator films and TV shows and stuff. I think they did
TV shows?
with those.
Oh, there's only the one?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, damn. You knocked him back and I missed him.
Sorry. There we go.
Lucy says, yeah, but will it be butchered by old mate Jimmy into a waxy, mushy mess? Don't they tend to just rescan the film for the 4K stuff? I suppose it depends.
I thought the anthology 1080p release for Aliens was like really well done, but it'll be interesting because the when they remaster it, like the colors always have like subtle variations. Like I guess Alien, the 4K 40th anniversary re-release, was a bit more true to the original in terms of colors. I guess Anthology and Quadrilogy were a bit more, I guess, filtered.
Well, yeah, Scott constantly messes with them though, doesn't he? Martin says I've been holding off buying individual 4K releases, hoping there'll be a box set released at some point. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not sure how likely it is, though.
All the Predator
I've been
movies
I've-
were released on 4K in a box set before Prey.
Okay.
I'm out of ammo.
Should be-
How?
They're not a crate here. Oh.
How are you out of ammo?
Well, just for one of my guns.
Not. Oh. You mean you've got to reload it, not.
No, I'm out. My smart gun eats ammo very quickly.
I was gonna say. Yeah, high rate of fire.
Joe says I'd love to see a bunch of AVP animated stuff. The recent Babylon 5 movie was pretty damn good. Yeah, I was really impressed with Babylon 5: The Road Home.
Have you watched that one?
Yes, very much enjoyed it.
You think that was worth? Okay, I'm interested in it because Jakar sounded just like Jakar, the original actor did.
Yes,
in the
some of the new voice actors have done a very good job at. I don't want to say imitating the original actors, but
No,
sounding
emulating. Yeah.
sounding very similar.
Yeah. Because it's weird. I think that cast has had probably the most people die in the shortest amount of time. It's very tragic thing.
Yeah. The guy who was playing Garibaldi sounded very similar to the original actor.
Good. Because it's not like they wanted to. They were forced
Well,
to.
yeah, it was necessity, wasn't it, to do that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Although, I mean, they weren't trying to imitate or replicate them, strictly speaking. It was just like similar cadences, I guess. But like the woman who did Delenn, I didn't think sounded too much like Delenn did.
Aww.
But I mean, it's
You
fine.
need it for
Still
the
did
willing
approach it.
suspension of disbelief thing.
Thank
Someone
you.
getting face hugged.
What I found most weird was I didn't think Bill Mummy sounded like Bill Mummy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I was watching it. I was like, this doesn't sound like him. But
And
you know,
it's not like you can say, oh well, he's gone through puberty. Cause
yeah. So he had very much finished Lost in Space by that point.
yeah.
Yeah, Mitch says the road home was great. None of the new actors distracted me. I thought it was a very well done little adventure, but it also very much easily sets up a possibility for a kind of like a reboot, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, they had Zathras and they didn't have Zathras.
Well, they did have Zathras.
But not
Many
Zathras.
many Zathras.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's because you're not a B5 fan. It was a time travel episode, very well done. It was a time travel episode, and they had this character called Zathras, and he was sort of, because he'd gone through time so much, he had this weird kind of schizophrenic thing where he talks about himself in third person, and it was like, Zathras did this, but Zathras did that. And, but if Zathras is here, then Zathras can't do this.
Oh, did we start the wave here?
Someone did.
I killed 500 xenomorphs. Got the daily challenge done.
What total in the game ever?
No, I've killed a lot more than that total.
Playthrough.
Those darn Xenos.
Zathras, not Zathras. We need to get fucking Caleb in on the Discord so he can read out the bloody comments to us.
So, if there was a B5 alien crossover, you could literally have a Zathras morph.
I mean, yes. but
Why would you
don't-
not?
Don't you think a Pac Mara hybrid is
Yeah.
scary? Lucy says, I love the thumbnail screenshot Ridgetop Cloner Marines 2009 magazine picture vibes.
Yeah.
Deliberate?
Well, no, it was just I was always hoping for one of the extra features they would add for this game that they would do a first-person mode. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen that in a game. Like there was a horde shooter, like kind of similar to this actually, called World War Z, and they released an anniversary edition of the game. And that would be cool if they did the same with this one with the new campaign. But
Yeah, but Adam, one of the challenge cards has first person on it, so it's not like the game is.
it
unable
does.
to do it. They've yeah, I've used it. It's just
Really?
yeah. One of the challenge cards puts it in
I
first
have
person.
never seen that one.
I'm sure that I've got memories of doing this.
Mitch says Vol on more.
But I would love if they
Added.
added a first person mode to this game where you could toggle it and it would just look like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It should do that, but there's at least one challenge card where it does.
You will have to show me because I would be interested in playing that and I have not seen it. But yeah, that if they added that as part of like just like World War Z did as part of an anniversary edition, I would love it for this game.
It is conspicuous by its absence.
Caleb, can you come on comms and read out some of these comments as they're coming by? Sorry, I'm really struggling to pay attention to.
Read out your own comments, damn it.
At this point, we'll have to just officially put Caleb on staff.
He's got access to this channel, doesn't he?
That's true. Yeah, see, Eric, Lucy says, I think you hit your head or something. I've never heard of that.
It might be a very rare one, or so. I'm sure I've done it with some.
You might be thinking of tactical camera, and that one is just like a...
No, first person. It actually put you in first person. I mean, I don't know. It's been a while, but because I remember remarking on it with the friend I was playing with, and we both went, "Oh, it's strange that they're doing this, and yet it's not an option in the main game. You can just toggle." But I don't know.
It's alright, that's why Adam hacks the game, isn't it?
Yep. Good old Unreal Engine unlocker tool. That's how I take the old screenshots. I haven't had a lot of time to do my video game photo stuff recently because I have been moving. Well, we are moved now. We're in the settling process, but a lot of August was spent moving, and we actually the day we moved was the hottest day ever on record for Salt Lake County, and it was just miserable. It was the most stressful move I've ever experienced. And just selling our house and getting another house at the same time, and I mean, we're only like 15 minutes south of where we lived before, but just the logistics of downsizing from like a bit over a 5,000 square foot home to a bit over a 3,000 square foot home, it's a real challenge. So that was quite a rough
Got yourself a hobbit hole now.
couple of months, but
Moving is just one of the worst experiences in the world, in my opinion. Mike K says, I would love to see, I assume, an animated Alien series. That. Yeah, I'd be all about an animated series.
If
Big one
people
coming.
go to, there's somebody who did like an X-wing TIE fighter thing in anime style. If people go, I think it's Uttergo, I think his name is. If people go to his channel, he's done a brief Alien animated thing.
yeah, I saw that one.
He was gonna do, wasn't he working on a longer...
Yes, I mean he
Longer
probably
project.
is. They take a long time, but he
Well,
is
we posted the
immensely
trailer on
talented.
the website, from what
Yeah.
I remember.
I mean, we already have an
Yeah,
anime
that'd be
ready to go. They just got to release it.
No, but it sounds terrible. They can keep it.
What?
Yes.
The AVP anime?
Yeah, have you not been keeping up on
Those
the new
were
details?
just... I mean, I read there were some original concepts, but... Listen,
Oh, no, they
Changed. It was going to be the original comic story, and then they changed it for, apparently.
I thought it
they-
sounded interesting. I mean...
They released the second part of the interview. I need to transcribe it and post it. But yeah, they released the second part of the interview and what they were on about.
Hey,
I think that's another dodge bullet. I think
if
that's
it's
another
if
nail
it's a
on
little wild and wacky, man, like the expanded universe is the place you can explore that stuff. And anything Shinji Arimaki does, I'm interested in watching. So if he did Alien and Predator, like I don't care how off the wall batshit it is. Like I want to see it.
That's your problem.
This is the AVP Requiem fan, guys. Remember, his opinion is entirely invalid.
Come on, you're the one that
do
said
that.
there's a place to like explore that stuff in the
I
EU.
mean,
It's-
just because it's the EU doesn't mean we need
It's
to have.
it's
shit
like
stuff.
you saying that arcade AVP or Aliens Armageddon is too wild and wacky. It's like
It's too
yeah,
stupid, yeah.
that's the point. It's supposed to be
because
fun.
we get more reasonably entertaining arcade games in Extermination.
Both were awesome though in their own right. I thought anyway.
Get stuff, Lucy. That's not what I'm saying.
See, the thing is,
you-
Aliens' roots is in like turning sci-fi into something grounded and realistic.
Yeah, but you still have like Operation Aliens and the Kenner toys. Like those,
Yeah,
you guys will admit those are fun. Like I feel like that sort
It'll
of thing you
depend
can.
on-
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
like-
on the context. Yeah, it's fun when I'm a 10-year-old sitting there bashing them together.
Yeah.
It can
it'll
still be
depend what you're-
fun.
Like Adam, you came into this through Requiem and stuff. So
No, I didn't.
People, I thought you came into it through Requiem.
I was an Alien
No,
fan way before Requiem.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I thought you came into
but,
it through that.
Like Aaron, if they re-released all the old Kenner comics in one compilation, like you would buy that, and
They
you'd be
already
like, "Well,
They're
okay,
already
so like,
online.
They're in the
well, what if they did a new comic that was like that, like Kenner style, just silly, off-the-wall animal aliens and stuff? You can't tell me
Yeah,
you
but
wouldn't
that's-
be like, that's fun."
We
yeah, but
had that
you would
with Kurt
expect
Mondo.
you would expect that to have its own certain charm. When I hear an AVP anime, I hear some sort of cool stylized
Street
um,
Fighter.
sort of thing. I don't hear a fucking what did they say it was?
Craziness.
No, there was some like the what's his face? Aramaki had only seen had only seen Aliens. They wanted like some fucking 12-year-old big-titted girl in it or something. As
Oh
the
yes,
hero.
yes. That's where it sounds a bit. What?
Yeah, it didn't sound great. I need to sit down and listen
Listen,
to it. and
you
write
saw Starship Troopers Invasion and Trader of Mars. You can't
but
tell me you
they-
wouldn't want to
they-
see an
they-
anime from that director.
They very much suited the tone of the original film.
The original film, which in
They
itself-
still got a bit wilder than that. Like they,
No, it was.
There
it
were
was
some
very
anime-esque
tonally in line
moments.
with it.
the original film was a superficial cartoonish thing. So
I don't know, when he was piloting the power mech and zooming around and stuff like that was a bit more anime-ish, and I didn't mind it. Like it still had one foot grounded, but I mean, come on, it's already done. Just release the thing, even if it's shitty. Who cares? Like people worked on that. We
Well,
should see it.
I mean, you do
But
care
this is the
because
thing,
it's
it's-
damaging to the reputation.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not Disney's decision, as I understand it. Netflix kind of owns it, and both are at loggerheads. So it's not. People keep saying, "Oh, Disney is horrible," but it's not necessarily Disney's choice.
Yeah, Lucy makes a good point. She says you can do both. Look at Cyberpunk Edge Runners, emotionally affecting and over the top. Yeah, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, like that gave the game a second wind. It was so good, and that was very like off
That
the
really
wall
was
stylized.
weird and silly. I'm not happy with Edge Runners.
I loved it.
I think
I thought
the-
it was the best
the-
anime of the year.
I think the art style was fun. It's just it was way too anime and over the top with the characters. It just felt stupid in points.
I have no opinion.
And y'all say I have no taste.
No, but you have poor taste. Is the difference.
Like it felt. The thing I'm saying is, it felt like a parody of Cyberpunk.
Which side's it coming out? Is it coming towards Eric?
Did you get into Cyberpunk
Yeah, the game.
2077?
Yeah. In fact,
Did you beat it?
no.
Yeah, it was good. I'm excited for Phantom Liberty.
I've sort of I've put it on hold until the DLC because that's meant to revitalize everything.
Yeah,
Everything
the
is meant to
2.0
change
stuff.
for
I
that,
beat the
so
game when
it's-
it was still pretty rough, and I need to do another playthrough because I hear it's in a much better state. I still had a lot of fun with
you
it,
still
but-
get some T-posing and stuff, but it's a lot rarer than it used to be. It's basically, I think the DLC and all the changes, they're going to make it what it was intended to be.
I'm looking forward to it being dark outside so I can play Dead Space.
Yeah,
You're not
jeez,
bright and sunny, though.
I just had accepted you're never gonna play that game.
No, I started playing it, but it was light outside and I couldn't quite get into it. I was like, oh, this
It's
is still at the right atmosphere.
so good, so good.
And
One of the best remakes of all time.
When
Easily.
it hits September, October time, I'm gonna be fucking
Yeah.
sitting down and playing
That's
that.
probably when I'll do another playthrough. Of that is Halloween time because it's just out, and I guess it's still one of the best-selling games this year. So I'm hoping that they do a sequel, Motive. Yeah,
But
it's
you do Dead
well,
Space 2.
yeah, do Dead Space 2. Like, I think they should remake Dead Space 2 and then reimagine Dead Space 3 because I finally did beat Dead Space 3 because I was so into it
this
after the
is-
remake, and I was
This
like,
is where everything comes at us, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, this is the final boss battle.
I was like, it's still totally wrong and off, but and I think it was studio meddling with Dead Space 3. It was EA in that period of time where Call of Duty was like on top,
Where
and
EA
they're
were
like,
the bad
everything
guys.
needs to be action.
Yeah.
So I think now if they redid Dead Space 3, they could make it much better. And don't end the entire series on a cliffhanger like that. Like, yeah, Dead Space 3 was a huge disappointment at the time, and I never even finished it, even though I was a huge fan of the first two. Initially, but I finally did.
Have you played that I don't think you really play board games, do you? Nemesis.
Mm-mm.
That's another good one that's very in line with Aliens or Dead Space. Played it again a couple of weeks ago with Chris at one of our local gaming shops, which was great.
Well, anyone who's been keeping abreast of Starfield developments, it looks like they're going to do a very heavily alien-influenced thing in it.
Nice, that's cool.
And there's been a lot of news about mods and everything, and somebody put in one of the comment
that the-
sections, "Oh, I can't wait for someone to put in LV426." And I'm like, LV426 is just a wasteland. It's going
Is
to be
that the
nothing
new
to
Bethesda
do.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably just play it on Game Pass. I think Susie's gonna get it on PC, but
If it lives up to expectations, it's going to basically be what Elite Dangerous wanted to be, but never was. And
Thought Elite was
only
doing
thing I'm
pretty well.
waiting for is whether it's got hot ass support. If it's got that for flying ships, I'm totally in for Starfield. But
yeah.
conspicuous
I mean, Starfield is
hot
still a
ass-
single-player RPG, and I think Elite Dangerous is more multiplayer focused. You also have, of course, Star Citizen, which is that weird, forever
The game that's never gonna
crowd-funded.
be a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, that is
Biggest
what
scam in the world.
Starfield is. It's just Starfield's a finished version.
Hasn't he got sued loads for that?
Yep,
The guy who
I
did
think
it,
so.
yeah.
I think
Anyway.
somebody tried to.
Mike Hayes says they can do an R-rated cartoon now for adults. It works for RoboCop, Predator, Terminator. Yeah, I mean, you do see a lot
I'm
of
not disagreeing with that.
you do see a lot of like adult animated series these days, and I hope the AVP anime would be more adult.
I just like the sounds of the original idea better. An adaptation of the
Yeah.
first run. I think they said they would do an adaptation of War as well, and then they'd do their own
yeah.
conclusion to the series that was different to 3 World War.
Also,
I
Shinji
lo-
Arimaki's other films have been pretty adult. I think, like.
Oh
But,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, Aaron, but like Starship Troopers Invasion and Trader Mars were both rated R, I think, animated films, and
Yeah.
I loved
Get some
his.
CG Booby and bought in that as well, you know.
I loved his Appleseed reboot. Appleseed Alpha, I thought was really good.
Didn't he do? Did he do some of the? No, he didn't. He didn't do Resident Evil, did he?
I don't believe so. But yeah, the new Resident Evil animated film that just came out, Death Island, was good. I quite enjoyed that one. See, something like that for
I would love
Alien.
that idea. I assume you're talking about the AVP adaptations, sorry, Lucy. Mike says, I've been busy playing classic Doom on my PlayStation and Doom 2. You know, there's some good Alien TCs of Doom. I've got a few of them downloaded. They do some streams of that someday. I love Doom. Like what my did you have something called study leave when you were in school, Adam? You know, well, like in your final years and exams.
Study leave? No, I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a thing here.
Maybe it's a UK thing. Study leave. Maybe it's a UK thing. So like when I was doing my GCSEs, we could have it was like a month off school basically to study at home. And I spent it playing Doom.
Yeah, we don't have that
The
here.
original Doom.
We just have summer break here. That's the thing.
So I have fond memories of playing Doom over that.
Lunatic Butcher, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Yeah, next Sunday maybe we'll be doing Dead by Daylight. Maybe.
Oh yes, we will be.
So that'd be fun if Aaron actually picks it up.
I will buy it this week. I promise you.
But I'm very much looking forward to that one because I've been playing Dead by
Did you
Daylight for
enjoy
years.
Did you enjoy the public beta?
I did, yeah. I'm just curious as to what the first cosmetics will be. I know there's been some hints that it could be a Queen Alien, like a smaller Queen Alien, I guess, and maybe like an
Yeah,
80s
with the
Ripley.
extra arms.
Yeah,
Yeah, and about it. It's a Blomkamp alien.
that would be cool.
Oh, I'd like that, yeah. But then I like that design he came up with it for it.
I mean, without the extra arms, I think it looked.
No, I
fucking
liked it
great.
with the extra. They didn't look out of place. They looked like a cohesive part of the alien. I didn't mind it.
Lucy says, too many amazing games this year, barely even touched Dark Descent. You know what? I'm fucking obsessed with Dark Descent at the minute. I'm replaying it again on hard, and I'm fucking loving it. I think it's a
I
brilliant
think
aliens game.
it's going to be a game like Isolation where like
You replay
people will
every year
appreciate
or
it more, yeah, as time goes on. And I do hope
so.
it gets more
I think it's
content.
plenty appreciated. But I think there's just a finite sort of lifespan with some of the single player stuff when it initially comes out. I'm hoping we'll have our interview up next week before the end of
Yeah,
the month.
because that was a fun one.
I'm hoping I can finish the second pass tomorrow and have it ready soon. Caleb says it'll go on sale the week after. Actually, I think next weekend is a free-to-play weekend for Dead by Daylight.
You know, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre multiplayer game is actually a lot of fun. I've been playing that. Oh, here comes the Queen.
That was a thing.
Yeah, it just came out, and Caleb and I have been playing it a lot, and it is great fun. And it got me thinking, like, they just need to do an Alien asymmetrical multiplayer horror game, like Alien Isolation, but multiplayer.
What, where you just have one person playing the...
Yeah, one
alien?
person's the alien, and you gotta like get to the escape pod or whatever. You have like 4 colonists or astronauts or whatever, like, and you get like different alien cosmetics, so you can like customize your alien. Like, just do Texas
that'd be
Chainsaw
cool.
Massacre
Yeah.
or Friday the 13th, but alien, and that would be awesome.
Isn't that basically
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight's a bit more unique with its whole generators and gates thing, but yeah, I mean, kind of along those lines.
You could do an objective-based thing. I think is more
Yeah.
the point of what you're
Yeah,
getting at there,
exactly.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's what Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of does. There's the queen again. Martin K says the Evil Dead asymmetrical game is a lot of fun. I tried to get into that one. It just seemed always too, like, if you weren't on top of your game right off the bat, the demon would just always win. And it seems like the game hasn't maintained too much of a player count, unfortunately. I thought they did a great job with the style and the aesthetics of the game. The maps were really cool. I just couldn't find myself getting into that one, unfortunately. Ooh.
We actually finished.
Our reward is more challenge cards.
Hey, you can never have too many. If we've got human tanks, that's the most important. No, we don't, I don't have human tanks.
I might have. I don't know. I'll have to check. What's human tanks? Does it just up your
no,
armor?
it's-
Or-
Yeah, I mean for when we're doing our difficult playthroughs
Yeah.
with Chris. Like he says, John Carpenter's The Thing versus Alien would be cool. I've just backed the
A return to basics.
I've just backed the new book that they've been doing for The Thing, which I'm very much looking
novella
forward
thing.
to. So they did the novella, didn't they? Then they did a anthology, and now they've done like a sequel that they've just crowdfunded
Book form, you mean?
in book form. Yeah.
Yeah, because the last I heard, they were doing another film, and it was based off the original.
Yeah, they were doing-
because they found a copy nobody had seen.
Yeah.
or
So
something.
that's the one they crowdfunded like 5 years ago or something like that, 4 years
Right.
ago. I've got it. I was part of that crowdfunding. Frozen Hell it was called. So yeah, the same guys who found and got that printed did a anthology, which I missed. I missed that one. But yeah, they've just done a sequel one, and I'm very much looking forward to reading that. One more, Adam.
Yep, let's do it. I'm just getting some extra consumables here.
What
Can't
are you
remember
doing
any
with
of
the
my
next
bloody
one?
controls. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Let me do some gambling here.
I am ready for a new. Like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy this game, but I am very much ready for a new piece of story, a new story campaign
Yeah.
on this.
Show me
I
Palace
mean-
Station.
That was the original intent. I'm sure I've probably spoke about it somewhere, but you know, I have access to Fox's old plan, and the idea was there would be one new story campaign every year
For this.
for
Mm-hmm.
this. Yeah.
There were some wild ideas for that too.
Yeah, well, there was other bits and pieces outside of the story there. We would have had an Earth War, guys. We would have had an Earth
All
War.
right, why don't we do this funny one? Why don't we do quit screwing around, which is walking into allies has a chance to knock them over.
I've played that. It's very frustrating. I'm warning you.
Well, let's not run into each other.
Yeah, just be
Let's be
careful.
a highly coordinated
All right,
team.
let's do the let's do the second mission on the pathogen campaign. I guess I don't
Is
need
that the
to
one
be.
with tons of the tiny ones chasing you?
I don't think so. I think that's the third one.
I need to know when
And-
to go to flamethrower heavy.
I am gonna
Load it
do Gunner.
Sorry, Lucy. I mean Earth Hive, not Earth War.
That's
But yeah,
fine.
I'll spill the beans on it at some point.
I'll go technician. Okay. Yeah, the question with the Thing versus Xenomorphs, it's like, could the Thing actually copy a Xenomorph with the acid blood and all
Yeah.
that? So,
That's what it depends on, whether it can do that or not.
and if it can't, that's also interesting because it's like, okay, this is like a natural enemy because it's the only thing it can't imitate.
I mean, it should be able to, because it wouldn't need to get to the blood. It would just need to sample whatever DNA. And
I thought
the
it had to
question would
like
be,
fully consume something in order to copy it.
no, it just infuses from DNA. But the thing is, what would make that interesting is, does the hive material have alien DNA? Because at that point, it just needs to sort of become one with the hive itself.
Well,
And
I
at that
like to
point,
think
it
the
would be-
hive is its own organism. Alive in itself. Lucy says
Promise of a flower.
they might actually be developing a sequel. Did this do well enough for that? I think the game did well, didn't it? Fireteam did well.
I think so.
But then again, do we always have access to the sales data? I can't remember. I think it reviewed reasonably well, didn't it?
Yeah. I don't remember it getting loads of bad reviews. It got some, like... I think most reviews were favourable.
Oh, this is the first one of Pathogen, isn't it? Yeah.
You found untouched ruins. Once the company didn't loot.
I do like Honoka in the game, to be fair.
You love him. Every time
hate
you
him in-
play
I
this, you love him.
Hate him in the book, but I love him in the game. Ah, Eric, you rude bastard! Knocking
You
me.
see? I told you. You can do it by accident far too easily.
Well, it's like I say to my missus, you gotta have better peripheral vision.
See, I just... You're not even needing to touch someone, you just come near them.
You sound like those people at work who report a problem
Health
with
and
the
safety.
computer. No, report a problem with their computer and I show up and there's nothing wrong and they're like, oh, it's your presence. You fixed
It's your
it.
present.
Yeah, I love him in the game. I think he's really fucking...
Is that down to the script or the voice acting or both?
Both.
Okay.
I haven't seen him look down a barrel of a gun in the game.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody shoots a grenade launcher.
I got Noctober coming towards you then, Adam. Oh, I might see if I...
Hang on, I've got to...
Oh, I kind of want to watch the thing tonight.
I've got to...
Now we've been talking about it. Bum, ba, da, ba, da, bum, ba, da, ba, da.
Where are we heading for, fan? Oh, was that... Are you recon? You must be recon.
I think Adam's recon. Aren't you,
Yep.
Adam?
No, I'm technician.
Oh no,
Oh, it's just a
Paul's,
mission thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's Hanukkah.
Ow.
Sorry.
This is not LV426's craziest home videos.
I know we're on LV895. Adam and I had this conversation earlier before we started.
What's the one in Dark Descent?
It's an LV of some
Oh, that's right, Lethe. Yeah, the planet Lethe. Did it have a designation
moon,
or
though,
no?
For God's sake,
Which-
it's a moon. It's
Oh,
not even a
okay.
planet.
That's right.
But they say the
annoys
planet.
me. Why do they call it leaf? It doesn't have a Y on the end. It should just be left or leave.
I guess even if something's technically a moon, if it's habitable, you can imagine people might refer to it as a planet, even if it's technically not.
No, I disagree. Somebody mentioned Harbinger Down earlier, being a spiritual successor to the Thing.
Yeah, that was a fun movie. I remember. I think the Studio ADI guys made that because they were disillusioned by how much of their work was replaced
I
by
was
CG.
disappointed by that film.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
It wasn't what it was hyped to be, I'd say.
I mean, it was
It's meant
enjoyable.
to be this revival showing what they were capable of, and I don't think it's succeeded in that.
Joe says, also, has anybody seen The Thing from Another World, a great movie in its own right? That's
The black and white one,
black
yeah.
and white original.
Yeah, I have.
I've only seen the end of it. I caught the end of it at like 2 a.m. in the morning one day, and I caught the way they killed the alien in it. I need to get that, actually. I need to buy that. I did watch, for the first time ever, the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yeah, let me
A
put
couple of
the
weeks back.
thing down for you so you can heal.
Which I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I've seen the original Day the Earth Stood Still. I haven't seen the Keanu Reeves one.
It was fine. Although me and the missus have been on a big Planet of the Apes binge. We've rewatched the entire series other than the TV show
Did
and the
that,
cartoon.
I think, last year.
I really enjoy. Even the cheapo ones. I quite
Yeah,
enjoyed.
they're more interesting than I remembered them being.
It's made me appreciate the reboot a lot more.
Yeah.
Just like learning things about like the original Caesar and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never
really enjoyed
saw.
the remake.
I never saw the original films. I've only seen. I think the first one I saw was the Tim Burton one, and then I've seen the reboot trilogy.
Oh dear.
The Tim Burton one was the only one of the lot where we were like, yeah, this is actually pretty shit.
I mean, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't good either.
The music was good. There were some things I thought it did well, but
It
yeah.
was,
The Helena
was
Bonham
Danny Elfman,
Bonham
wasn't it?
Carter thing was weird.
I,
Yeah, because
I'd
it was a
actually,
Tim Burton film.
yeah, I'd actually Facebook had been spying on me, so we started seeing a lot of targeted at sort of shares about like the Stan Winston makeup that he'd done for
yeah, I've seen those
earlier
videos.
stuff, and it looked brilliant. Stan Winston stuff did a lot better than like the Helen Bonham Carter look. Although, to be fair, the bad guy in the remake was brilliant. I can't remember his name. I can't remember the actor's
Roth.
name.
Roth.
Oh, it was Tim Roth, wasn't it? Yeah. He was having a fucking blast.
Oh, he
making
loved
that
it.
film. Yeah.
He was chewing the scenery like it was a sandwich.
And I really enjoyed him in it. But yeah, the rest of it, I was like, no.
Raptor Slayer mentioned what we were talking about earlier, Aaron. Am I the only one who has a shaky faith in the AVP anime now that I heard the 2-part podcast with the writers of the series? It was going well at first until it started to crash all over the place.
See?
Hey,
Yeah,
if it's
we
done...
we were having this discussion earlier, and I was saying, knowing what we know about it now from those podcasts, I would rather it stay in the vault.
If it's
rather than
done.
damage the reputation. No, because
come
I
on,
don't want it
AVP's
to
reputation is not already great anyway. I mean, I guess that's why
Yeah,
you
well,
wouldn't...
I mean, that doesn't make it any fucking better, because I want that original intent. I want that adaptation of the first comic. Or something different in the same vein, but I want... Yeah, no, thank you.
It's like the director's cut of the movie The Predator, right? I mean, look at Alien 3.
I don't want that.
How many people just... Alien 3 was not their thing at all. They didn't like it, but it wasn't until the assembly cut that they could kind of see it with new eyes and appreciate it. Like, maybe it would be the same for The Predator. I don't know.
I doubt
Or
it.
maybe it would still be shit.
We have read that script. We know what it's like.
And that script was better than what we got, at least.
Yeah, but better isn't
was it
necessarily
though?
At least it
I
had
don't
the
think
emissary
it was
predators,
bad.
and they were fun. I want to see a predator smoke a cigar.
Yeah, but you also like AVPR.
I know, that's always your point.
He's
Well, it's
never
when
going
you
to let
say
you live
it's
that
when you
down,
say
Adam.
stupid stuff like that.
Come on, that would have been funny. Seeing a predator smoke a cigar would have been funny, okay? If the
But
movie's
you
going to be an
can't
action
get
comedy,
funny
at least
what you
let it do its thing. Don't go half-ass with it.
I I don't think it did go
Be
off.
careful what you wish for.
Yeah, see, Joe's with me here. Give me all the crazy shit. I'll watch it and love it. Oh, whoops.
Wow, that was fucking rude. Look, just because we disagree doesn't mean you need to go around assaulting me.
It's an accident, I swear. The hitbox is pretty wide with that. I can just be trying to run to your
That's what I
side and
was
it'll
saying.
still, yeah.
You don't need to actually collide with someone. It's just.
I guess my all-purpose environment suit's not very good at protecting me from
Nope.
being pushed over. Mitch agrees with you. The Predator would still be awful, but it might be fun.
Would it be fun though? That's the thing. Or would it just be cringe-inducing? We don't know.
Yeah. I think I'm a little bit, because of how fucking much I hated last year's EU efforts. I'm just kind of at the point where it's like, I don't want shit releases just for the sake of releases.
Yeah. That's what I said. Be careful what you wish for. You
Yeah.
might think, "Oh yeah, that'd be so cool," but then in hindsight,
If
you go,
only-
"You'd have been better off without."
If only to have more Predator practical effects, I would want the director's cut.
No,
Because
you-
it's not
you
like
don't
that
need to
movie has a
make
great
an excuse,
reputation
Adam.
either.
We understand you want it.
It's like the
fine.
Snyder cut, man. I mean, it's not as significant, right? But everyone was like, give us the Snyder cut. It'll be better. And most people thought it was better, as far as I know. Like,
Yeah, but
I feel like that's a whole other conversation, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Drusilla says, is anybody getting the NECA Queen? She's getting a re-release.
yeah,
I
that's...
should get one of those. I used to have the McFarlane's one, the Movie Maniacs one, but I never ever brought any of the other releases.
I did like the
That's
Haya
so-
Queens that they did.
I still, oh god, I got some right funny looks. I brought that for around my 15th birthday.
Mhm.
And do you remember the Movie Maniacs one?
Yeah, that was great.
It was the fucking giant box. I remember carrying that home on a bin liner, on a bus. 'Cause that was all the shop guy had, and I got some right funny looks sat there with the bin liner. Man, that was such a cool figure as well.
Yeah, it was.
With the colonist on the
Oh yeah.
piece of
I've got
environment.
fond memories of being around a friend's house in college when I was doing a media studies thing, and he had that and the one where it's Jaws eating Quint on the boat, and things like that.
Praetorian heading to you.
Where are you, Praetorian? Ah, you're over there. Okay. We did have some fun with those McFarlane figures, though. Let's be fair. At least
Mhm.
back then. At least back then we did.
I mean, I did like how the NECA ones were more articulated, but yeah, McFarlane was one of the earliest ones to do those adult, highly detailed collectibles on a wide scale. So when they came out, we were really impressed just by them. Even though looking at them today, they're not quite as movie accurate as some of the NECA stuff, I would say, but they were still really impressive.
How much did the NECA Queens go for? They're like 100 or so.
Something like that.
Alex, where are you going?
I'm going to check the corner.
Oh yeah,
I'm
'cause we
doing
got we
my-
got to get this thing back. Yeah,
Good luck with that.
Hey, it's only standard. It'll be okay.
I found it. Oh, Adam, did I tell you I finally played Armageddon? I can't remember.
Like beat it?
Yeah, I spent 20 minutes of my life playing that piece of shit.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm guessing you still hated it based on what you just said.
I think it's still fucking stupid and a lazy game
Yeah.
that doesn't fit in anywhere near as well as Extermination did. But I can say
Aaron,
with
put
authority
in the
now
part.
that I think it's stupid.
Put in the part.
Oh shit, sorry.
Ow.
I did like how they had ADI aliens in that one, though.
Oh, to be fair, I thought that the king alien, the titan alien, whatever the fuck it was, I thought the model was incredible. I thought there was great detail on that for an arcade game.
I am glad arcades have been making a bit of a comeback here. I mean, you have the big, like, macro ones like Round 1 and Dave & Buster's, but you're also seeing, like, smaller kind of adult arcade bars. Like, there's one I went to in LA just called Barcade, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And they had a working Alien 3. I recorded all this footage. I still need to do a
nice.
video on it, but they have a
You need to
perfectly working Alien 3 arcade.
How are we meant to...
will
Oh, here it is.
I will forever hate the fact that I missed out on getting an Alien 3 cabinet for like 300 quid.
Yeah. See, that's what that...
I didn't see the listing until like a month or so after it had done.
And you have home arcade games like getting popular with this Arcade 1-Up company that makes like affordable home arcade games, like most of which are $500 to $1,000, but they'll usually have a few games on them. They just came out with the original Time Crisis. I mean, if it was Time Crisis 2 or House of the Dead 2. Yeah.
It was like a Ghost Recon-y kind of game. I used to have at a cinema that I worked at that I had loads of fun with. But I like playing the Halo game at the minute. Whenever I go to an arcade, I'll sit there and play one of those for 10 minutes or so.
I still need to get through that one. I've never beaten that one. The Fireteam
Well,
Raven.
But yeah, I mean, for my birthday last year, I had some time off, and somebody asked me at work, "What are you planning on doing with your week off?" No, I'm going to go to an arcade, and I'm going to spend 20 quid playing a Halo arcade game and finish it. And that was exactly what I did. And I had plenty of fun. I enjoyed those games.
Ah!
Yeah. Lucy says, Ridgetop, did you see the Japanese cover Predator and AVP film collection with Chet being sad sitting in the rain on the cover?
Where are we meant to go?
I assume Lucy's talking about the thread at this point.
Yeah, I haven't checked
Oh,
up
down
on
here.
Thread again recently, so I will look at that.
What's this sad Predalien?
I remember it was just a plain black cover, but they had like this Japanese release of all the films after AVP that was called the Monster Box or something.
Yes, I remember that, but didn't that have the curly graphic that I like to use?
Maybe on the inside. I think the outside it was just like a gold AVP logo in black, and that was it.
Let's have a look at the thread when we've finished this mission.
Only me and Aaron have got our Alien 3 tribute outfits.
Mate, this is one of my favourite costumes from the series. I know it's impractical as shit as armour, but I fucking love it.
It looks right as a medic. That's why I've got it on the medic, but it doesn't look right on anything else.
No, I love it. I'm a huge fan of the dog catcher costume.
I do like.
Or the
Now,
ape
what was
suit,
that
as
thing
it's
we
now
recently
called.
saw it on? It was this, but it was like a properly jointed armoured version of it. What was that on?
It's shown up again in Thor, the new comic.
It might have been that. I like that version of
Oh.
this. It looked like proper armour. But
Yeah, there's. I mean,
I need to
ACM uses a thing obviously inspired by it.
ow.
Oh yeah, and Karen says Dark Descent has a version of it too.
Might have been Dark Descent. Yeah, it's in Dark Descent. Yeah, I like that version of it.
I fucking
I'm
love
really
that game.
impressed.
You know what? I can't. I'm gonna play some of that again tomorrow. As well. I'm on the atmosphere mission on my playthrough, on my new playthrough. So you know it's about to get frustrating. Bum 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 Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. We're ready.
Yep, do it.
Let
Do
me put
it.
a thing over here.
Here they come.
Music in this game's great.
Mm-hmm. It's too whimsical, guys.
Yeah, there's no flutes going off here. Just some kick-ass guitar.
Keep clear of me.
Although I still do love the flute. Oh, here we go. Now the flute's kicked in. Yes. Come on,
Those
David.
enemies need to have a line from Fantastic Four where it just says, "Oh, it's clobbering time," because you've got those big oven mixes. Hands. They're not even hands.
For the
they're just-
brutes, yeah, they're just clubs. Yeah.
I don't know what they're meant to be. You'd think they'd shoot acid out of them or something, but they're just kettle drums.
I don't think they did the best they could have done with the pathogen related stuff in this.
It's very video gamey what they've done with the
I don't like the idea of them being, mutated aliens. It doesn't quite work for me.
Well, they look worse than the normal aliens as a thing. So if you're gonna have it, make them look better.
Mitch, it's scrolled down now, so I've got to try and remember what you said, Mitch. But it said something about they made sense as chew suits,
Oh,
in terms of the ape suits. Lucy wants to know you were mocking Adam with the "it's too whimsical" voice.
that was just, I mean, a common criticism of the score around the time. People were saying there was too much whimsy and it didn't sound aliens enough. And I was like, it had Horner elements, but it did its own thing. Like Austin Wintry killed it, I thought. And yeah, even at first when I was playing the game, I had those thoughts too. I was like, is this score like too orchestral? Does it not sound aliens enough or whatever? But like, I got into it.
Oh no. Do you remember when we were playing it through for the first time and those flutes started up?
We were like, what?
And I was just like, this is fucking brilliant. No, people are going to hate this, but I fucking love it.
Exactly, yeah.
I just think it's perfectly Prometheus. It's perfectly Covenant and suits these missions. But that's the thing I do love about this game, Each campaign has an identity that suits it down to the T, whether it's visual or in the musical stuff. And it just works for what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy's saying the neomorph designs in this as dominant mutating alien is absolutely sacrilege. So he's going to hate it. But I agree. I don't like the depiction of the neomorphs in this. I don't like them just being mutated aliens because that's...
Plus, they're all white for some reason.
Well, they're supposed to be neomorphs, aren't they? And the neomorphs were white, so... It doesn't work as being neomorphs because that's not what they were in the movie, but whatever. I'm not a game designer. I'm available for fan consultation though. If anybody wants to hire me for their games, so I can go, this is stupid.
Pay us to tell you that it's stupid. Do it better.
Hey,
So you're
look,
going to basically be Carl Pilkington, where he
Hey.
said his superhero is going to be bullshit
Eric.
man. He comes in and says
Eric,
that's
Eric.
bullshit.
Eric. I've worked on 3 books and contributed towards the RPG. I'm a
But
card
was that what you
carrying.
did?
Yes,
You said that's
I
rubbish.
some of my notes were this is stupid,
Fantastic.
which then had to be diplomatically
Yes.
reworded.
What was the response to that though? How dare you?
No, I think we had a very straightforward interaction Did we not, Adam? We
Yeah.
were very.
I mean, we
very
were
blunt with each other.
working with an editor who would relay stuff to the writers.
Okay,
It wasn't
so,
like it
so
direct.
how stupid did it get?
It got pretty stupid.
Some of the stuff was stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Just how bizarre did it get?
It got to a point where you're like, have these people ever watched these movies? At least for a couple of them, where there was
Yeah, not
one.
many, thank God.
There was one where it was like a predator killed a pregnant woman, and we were hearing like the predator's inner monologue, and they were like, "Oh, 2 kills for 1," and I'm like, "Has this person ever seen a predator movie?" You remember that one, right, Aaron?
No.
That was
sounds
that
like
was
the
the
author having a personal issue with pregnant
that
women.
was the one that it was like the LARP one. Remember?
Oh, I was so fucked off with that one because that one had the potential to be so fucking awesome.
But you know what I'm
yeah,
talking about, that specific bit, and we were like,
I don't remember the thought, but I remember the. No, that was my least favorite short from that one.
Of course,
The one I was most disappointed.
we had
with.
the Alien Rat King,
That was fucking stupid.
the field trip
What?
from hell.
That was fucking terrible.
What, like aliens with their tails tangled
Yes, yes. It's
What?
exactly
How did
what you
that-
think. Black
together? How
goo.
did it happen? Just
Black goo.
No, that
like
wasn't
one
until the
super
next
organism
part.
of aliens.
It wasn't black goo at first. It was just a bunch of little alien rats because like face huggers could fit over rats for some reason.
Oh, so they were actual.
They were alien rats, and well, I don't know how much I should get into.
No,
here.
we can't go too much into it, but
That sounds bizarre.
It was.
yeah. But all I'm saying is I'm available.
Yes.
Not as stupid.
Well,
And I will even be diplomatic about it unless you like me being straightforward.
I think that is going to do it for us today, folks. Thank you again so much for joining us. Next weekend, we're planning to stream again as well. We're going to try and be more consistent about these things. I haven't been able to do it for a while just because of the move
These
and
last 2 months.
yeah, and you've been traveling a lot too, so. Yeah,
I've been really overwhelmed the last couple of months working on bits and pieces. So.
but in the fall, we're going to try and be more consistent about it, like we were kind of in the first part of this year. So, Dead by Daylight, I'm pretty sure is what we're going to be doing come Sunday. Our Patreon should be launched here soon, within a week or two. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
You are not
Okay. Next week it will be launched. But you can also support us on Entertainment Earth is one of our sponsors. So it's ee.toys/EVP Galaxy. If you are shopping for any Alien, Predator, AVP collectibles, that helps us out a lot. And you can always find us on our website, evpgalaxy.net, or on all the major socials, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, and X. So until next time, everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Indeed, thank you everybody. See you next time.
Eric, say goodbye.
I was emoting for the camera. Bye, Z.